I'm going to propose a reason why, or at least part of the reason why COVID 19 has been such a much bigger challenge here in the United States compared to other countries in the world. And I think it's a cultural difference. See, I've traveled to, let's see all the countries I've traveled to. I've been to Taiwan, obviously. My family lives there. I've been to Japan three times, right? Once for a conference, and two times I stayed one night for a layover. I've been to China a few times, actually, just for a layover. You can only go there for 24 hours without a visa. And Macau, obviously, you guys saw me there, right? I've gone to Canada and Mexico, obviously. And then in Europe, I've been to Holland. I've been to Germany, Poland, and I was at a conference in Italy 10 years ago, actually. Wow, time really flies. It doesn't feel like that long ago when I was at the conference. But I was thinking what all these countries have in common is that people don't graze and eat all the time. Right here in the United States, oh my God, you could open a bag of chips any hour of the day or night, and it doesn't even have to be a meal time. You could snack on nuts all the time, and obviously that introduces a lot of hand to mouth kind of motions. And the other problem is that because people eat all the time, so you're walking down the sidewalk, you're at a Zoom meeting, or maybe eventually we'll reopen. You'll go to the office, or you go to some kind of venue, right, like a bowling alley, or you go to the movies and you're munching on popcorn. And obviously, if you're doing that, you're not wearing a mask. And I was just thinking, in other cultures, people actually put aside time for meals, right? And on top of that, there's some benefit to fasting, right? Even if it's only 5 or 6 hours in between two meals that you're fasting, it has some benefits to your immune system, right? Now, I happen to know this because I happen to know the difference because I have allergies to milk products, and one of my biggest nightmares is to be stuck sitting next to somebody with finger foods and they got dust all over their hands. I got to remind them to please not dust their hands off vigorously and get the crumbs everywhere, right? And what was really funny was that when we first announced that we were doing this social distancing, I thought, oh my God, this is so great. I don't have to worry about this anymore, right? A few years ago, I was at a conference in, where did I do this? Oh, in Japan, when I heard somebody dust their hands off vigorously. See, I become very sensitive to the sound of somebody dusting their hands because it's like an alarm for me. When somebody does that, I have to make sure to hold my breath, and maybe I have to walk away from the area for a little bit. He was sitting far enough, a good social distance, that it was okay that time. But I was curious who did it because I thought I had left the United States and I shouldn't be hearing that kind of noise. And I looked, and he had his name tag on, and I was curious where he was from, and he was from UCLA. See, only Americans would behave like that, right? In Japan, people don't feel the need to graze all the time. And I think this is a big problem because obviously, for one thing, you're not wearing a mask when you're doing that. And for another, you're moving your hand to your mouth all the time, right? And obviously, for somebody with allergies, it's also a problem, but that's another story for another time. But I wish people would get more comfortable with the idea that there's a lot more to life than food, right? I think Americans could be a whole lot happier, too, if we realize that life exists outside of food, right? Thanks for watching.